Hi everyone, it's Dr. Christina here, the Dr. Biohacking Supermom. Today we're talking about autoimmune triggers, what to look for that most practitioners aren't. At this point, we know that autoimmune disease cannot be cured, but we can put your symptoms into remission. Uncovering the triggers of your specific autoimmune disease is one of the ways that you can take control and put your symptoms into remission. The first trigger of autoimmunity that most practitioners aren't looking for is mold. Obviously, if you see visible mold in your house or in your work surroundings, that's an obvious trigger and it needs to be remediated. But what most people don't know is that you don't have to see mold to be exposed to it, and a lot of the toxins that come from mold are invisible. One thing that you can do if you think that you are maybe being exposed to mold toxins is take a test called the Visual Contrast Sensitivity Test. It will give you an indication if your body is being exposed to some sort of mold or environmental toxin. If that test comes back positive, it is so vitally important that you then work with a practitioner to uncover which kind of mold you have and remediate it. Not only take it out of your house, but to remove it from your body, which is a very complex set of steps that need to be followed in the correct order. The second trigger of autoimmunity that most practitioners aren't looking for are gut pathogens. Gut pathogens and gut healing are two different things. Even though gut healing is vitally important, gut pathogens are something else. And they are often the triggers of autoimmune disease that, when uncovered, can help you put that autoimmune disease into remission. Different bacteria and parasites like H. pylori and Klebsiella pneumonia have been linked in the literature to being connected to specific autoimmune conditions and being parts of their triggers. That's why it's so important, not just to heal your gut, but to actually look at the pathogens and bacteria and viruses within your gut and make sure that if there are any pathogens that shouldn't be there, that you remove those along with gut healing in order to really put your autoimmune disease into remission and help you take control of your autoimmunity. How do you know if you have gut pathogens? You test and you don't guess. Functional medicine testing helps us uncover which specific gut pathogens, be them parasites, be them viruses, be them bacteria, that are in our gut that shouldn't be there. We call them the bad guys. And if we have too many bad guys in our gut, which we can see on the functional medicine testing, then that could really trigger our autoimmune response. Knowing which gut pathogens you're trying to eradicate and targeting your treatment to those specific pathogens will help you remove some of those triggers that are causing your autoimmunity. And in doing so, you can take control of your symptoms and even perhaps put them into remission. If you are finding yourself stuck in a cycle of gut healing protocols, it's time to test and not guess and see what pathogens are actually in your gut microbiome. The third trigger of autoimmunity that practitioners aren't looking for is stress. Most of the chronically ill patients that come to me have high levels of stress. Not only do they acknowledge their stress, but they assure me that they have emotionally been able to rationalize the stress and that they can handle it. I'm here to tell you that your body is telling you something different. And if you have an autoimmune disease, stress may be the number one trigger that you're not addressing because you refuse to think that you don't have control over it. It's time to, first of all, acknowledge that the stress is one of the number one triggers of your autoimmunity. And the second thing you need to do is actually start addressing it. You probably already know some things: taking a deep breath, exercise, a cold shower. It is time to start acknowledging to yourself that your body cannot rationalize away the stress. Your body is having a stress response, and you need to give it some tools to increase the resilience to stress physiologically to help you get control of your autoimmune symptoms. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and leave your questions and comments below. If you're looking for more videos like this, join my Myth-Busting Motherhood Facebook group.